WNST task around here and make a big announcement. So we have a kind of a big announcement to make. We did sort of hint to this out on the internet in the past couple of weeks. I've spent a little bit of time over on North Avenue on the Coppin State campus, and I'm going to welcome on the athletic director of Coppin State and the Mighty Eagles. He's been there for a little over a year now. Derek Carter is our guest as the director of athletics for all things Coppin State as we announce a very, very special partnership. We have become here at WNST the voice of Coppin State, not just basketball, but all the athletics. We're going to be running some games here into the winter. And Derek, we're pleased, and I know you guys are pleased as well. And I got to be honest, man, the time I've come over to campus now 3 times in the last 6 months or so, I mean, you got a good thing going on over there and a heck of a gym and a lot of great coaches. And you got Juan Dixon up on billboards, too. I noticed that.
Absolutely. Yes, we do. Thank you. We're very pleased with the things that we're doing. Certainly we're excited to have Juan and all of our athletic programs. We're looking at the potential of tremendous growth and excitement with the program.
Well, I mean, Juan is obviously at a whole different level with the NBA, with Maryland, with the background, and with his desire to be a coach. And look, I'll let him speak for himself throughout this period. The next 6 months, we'll be having him on pretty frequently around here to ask him those kind of questions. But, you're the one doing the hiring and the firing there. You're the one doing the recruiting to try to make your programs better. I was very, very close to Fang Mitchell for a lot of years. I had him and his kids in when they made their big bid in Pittsburgh now 20 years ago. It's dating me, Derek. But, for Coppin, it's that sort of step up onto the national platform that helps you get better students. It helps you be better funded. The basketball program has sort of made Coppin famous, I think, over 20 years in the community. And having Fang there, I think it was important for you to have the kind of coach that was going to be out in our community and being on more than just the billboards, actually being out here doing things.
Sure. Fang had a tremendous run at Coppin State, and to this day, people still recognize Coppin by the 1997 victory over South Carolina and then subsequent successful times. And that's what we are aspiring to get back to. We look at the potential of our basketball program to be successful and allow the university to reap the benefits of a successful basketball program. We have a situation where we're excited about our academic programming. We're excited about all of the things that we're doing as a university on our campus, and basketball can bring the attention to us that we want to have.
Well, and you got a beautiful facility over there for people to come over and watch a basketball game as well. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that would walk in there and say, boy, it's a really nice place you got over here at Coppin.
It never fails. Throughout the course of the year that I've been at Coppin State, many times people have come on campus for the first time, and they're just in awe of our athletic facilities, the campus itself, the landscaping, the cleanliness, just everything. A lot of people take pride and put a lot of hard work into making the campus an environment that our students, our faculty, our staff, and our guests, they'll enjoy and certainly can be proud of.
Well, I tell you what, when I've been over there and I've walked around the campus and I've done that, and I remember being over there in the old days with Fang, now 20 years ago, and I don't want to say you come with a lower expectation, but people don't hear about it, and you walk in and it really is sort of a pleasant surprise, and I think it would probably be the same thing for any student athlete, right? Like that when Juan Dixon comes into a kid's home and says, "Come play at Coppin," and they'll say, "Well, I know where Maryland is, and I know where the ACC and the Big Ten schools and all the bigger schools are," and they say, "Well, come over here and pay a visit." Juan certainly has something to show him over there. I mean, I think the place sort of recruits itself if you're qualified academically and you're the right kind of athlete over there, right?
It does. It does. We're looking at, as you said, the right kind of athlete, but that's what we're trying to do is bring quality men and women onto campus who are going to succeed academically. And, yes, it doesn't hurt to have outstanding facilities, and Juan and his staff can use those facilities to allow them to go after some of these recruits who perhaps people may be surprised that we're going after, but the vision is to grow and to improve. So that's what we're going to do.
You can follow all things Coppin at Coppin Sports on Twitter, as well as at CoppinStateSports.com. The Mighty Eagles will be heard here at WNST very frequently in the evenings as well, and our signal gets down on the radio side to the North Avenue campus, but of course online as well at WNST.net. We'll have the games, including Juan Dixon joining us here. You know, I got a chance to meet all of your people over there. You know, Coach Riley was over there, Coach Burrows, Coach Hicks, Coach Reed, all these different sports all in the same little cubicle there, and Juan's obviously out on the billboard, but I would think, and this is, the case I think for any university, when you do well at, and this was the case for UMBC for soccer and them going to the Final Four, I think it sort of rises all the boats for every place in the program when there is something famous and something good going on that people do at least know where Coppin is. It's going to help your tennis program. It's going to help all the programs, right?
Well, that's the intent. We take pride in a family atmosphere. As you stated, all of our offices are right there together. We can't help but see each other on a daily basis. So when you have that, everyone's pulling for each other, and it's not just about basketball success. We want to grow our volleyball program, and with that being our primary fall sport, volleyball and men's and women's cross country, we want to get to the level that each fall we start off with a strong volleyball campaign and then transition to our winter and spring sports and have everyone being supportive, attending each other's games. We push that with our student athletes to support one another and cheer for one another. We have competition amongst the teams for academic success. Certainly we challenge them all the time to not be afraid of competition. So we want to be strong academically and within our particular sports and cheer for one another and push each other to see which team will be the best this year.
Man, I love what you say, we're not afraid of competition, because there was one thing Fang was never afraid to do, is put his kids on a plane and a bus and run them around and play the top 20 teams in the country. That's been sort of a tradition, and sometimes you guys get whipped 88-58 or whatever it is against these bigger, badder schools, and I know there's they call them money games for a reason in college basketball, but I look down, man, Cincinnati, Rutgers, Ohio, Georgetown, Connecticut, West Virginia, Oregon. Juan's going to have these kids playing everywhere, and the whole idea is to get better at the end toward the MEAC and be able to make a run in March because of maybe some of the lickings you took in November and December, right?
Yes, needless to say, from an athletic department revenue perspective, playing the guaranteed games does help, but we want more out of it than just that. We want our students to experience playing in some of the outstanding arenas in the country and having memories of competing quality teams. This experience is about memories, and that's the one thing that they're able to obtain is traveling to Oregon, traveling locally to play Georgetown, West Virginia, Penn State, as you mentioned. These will all be games in which they're going to be competing against quality competition, and then it's a great experience. And, obviously we want to get to the point where it's not necessarily a guarantee that the team on that schedule is going to get a W, but hopefully we can sneak up on a few people and, just see what happens. But it's a great recruiting tool for us that we play quality teams. We travel a little bit along the way, and again, it's all about our student athletes having a great experience during their time at Coppin State University.
Oh, one last question for you on Juan and on coaching and on him taking this gig and you hiring him for this gig. Why was he the right guy for this gig, Derek?
Juan's tenacity, his desire to succeed. If you look at his track record, he has been successful in every task that he's taken on in his life. Everyone's aware of his story. The fact that he led University of Maryland to a national championship. He had a successful NBA career, and when you sit down with him and you look him in the eye and you see that desire that he has to succeed, it's the type of desire that you want to have him, and his vision, his desire for young men to grow and mature on and off the court. And that's what we want. Because, I mean, we've had success in the past, as we've stated, and it's important for us to get back to that level. And we think we have the right person who's going to represent the program, allow us to recruit quality student athletes, and allow us to have a visibility just not only locally but nationally that will enhance the university as a whole.
Well, there's a heck of a competition ahead beginning on November 10th against Oregon. We're going to be on the ride with Coppin State as the radio partner. Derek Carter joining us here. He's the Director of Athletics at Coppin State and the Mighty Eagles, and you can learn more about what they do at Coppin State Sports on Twitter and as well as CoppinStateSports.com out on the web as well. Derek, really appreciate your partnership and the confidence that you've had in us and your friendship as well. It's been a lot of fun getting to know some of your coaches, and I'll be having them on a rotating basis throughout the season, and we're looking forward to getting your games on the air here. Thanks a lot for everything, and we will not be strangers around here. And I understand we're going to be doing some swabbing for the bone marrow registry over at your place at some point during the season too, and I know we're excited about that as well.
Yeah, we are excited about that, and thank you so much for the partnership, and we expect to have a great ride together, and great things are ahead for us.
Appreciate you, Derek. Take care of yourself. We'll see you out there soon on North Avenue, all right?
You bet.
You got it. The Coppin State season kicking off in a couple of weeks. Everybody doing Moonlight Madness, and they called it Midnight Mayhem over at Coppin. But I've seen UMBC and others in the area getting it going here, and we're a couple of weeks away from dribbling. Our guy, Robert Kennedy, is going to be on the scene for a lot of local college basketball as well here this year, as well as our golf down at Compass Point. So we got you covered. Nice little team we got going on around here. You can find anything you miss out in the BuyAToyota.com audio vault 24 hours a day from anywhere in the world on your mobile device by downloading the TuneIn Radio app. We do come in crystal clear from anywhere in the world. Don't forget, this Friday is a big day for me. I am entering the Dundalk High Hall of Fame. It's probably the highest honor I'm ever going to receive. So if you want to come out and have a crab cake, have a beer, have some crabs, we'll be at Costas after the gig on Friday night, probably between 6 and 7 o'clock. The ceremony's allegedly at 4:30 on Friday afternoon. I'm excited about it. I'll be wearing my Letterman sweater, and I hope to see you at Costas over some crabs. I've never eaten crabs in my Dundalk High jacket, so I'm going to have to do that. I may wear it on the air here all week. I probably wear it later on my Facebook Live and on my YouTube videos as well. Last but never least, our morning newspaper delivers to your email inbox at 7 a.m. each and every morning. It's all brought to you by Planet Fitness and PlanetFitness.com, where it's still $10 a month to get in the best shape of your life, guaranteed. And last but never least, the text service with our breaking news. Anything big that happens around here, you get it first. It's always spam-free. You know how we do things. It is WNST.net's text service. It's all brought to you by Coons Ford of Security Boulevard. And Dennis will be here on Thursday driving you home. It is the SSV on WNST, also sponsored by Coons Ford from 3 until 5 on Thursday. I'm going to Minnesota this weekend in addition to the Dundalk High Hall of Fame proceedings on Friday. It's a great week around here to watch baseball, to get ready for college basketball, maybe watch a little bit of hockey. I am Nestor. We are WNST.net AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore sports.